Buenos días, estamos en una nueva sesión de las rutas hacia el Congreso Peruano de Geología y esta vez vamos a conversar con la doctora Lingly Zhou. Ella tiene más de 20 años de experiencia en investigación en geología económica. Cuenta con 2 doctorados en Dinamarca y China, con especialización en geoquímica, mineralogía, geología de minerales y sedimentología, y un amplio historial de publicaciones. Tiene una reconocida trayectoria docente en prestigiosas universidades de Irlanda, Dinamarca, China, los Países Bajos, y tiene una amplia experiencia en supervisión de tesis de estudiantes de doctorado, de máster y de grado. Y como investigadora, ojo, obtuvo una financiación para proyectos de investigación por un total de más de 1 millón de euros, ¿no? Y una amplia experiencia laboral internacional en China, Dinamarca, Irlanda y también los Países Bajos. Entonces vamos a empezar la entrevista, vamos a hacer en inglés. Hello, hi, Dr. Lingly, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Abby, for having me.
Just can we start now? I would like to start about to ask you, in your experience, no, what is the best way to promote STEM careers? No, in Peru, we would like also more women to participate in this kind of careers.
Yes, I can fully recognize your concern about the female representative in economic geology, particularly in mining industries. So myself, I started as actually from undergraduate when I was a bachelor student as a female. We had 5 female students versus 30 male students. So it was actually already, you see, there's a disbalance. But then actually, as you go further, during PhD, the female-male balance was still fine. But then as you go a bit further as a professor in the university, you do see there is a really big difference in terms of female and male. I do think for myself, I haven't really thought about a female being, how to say, a barrier of getting into this industry. And I go to field with my female students and Congo, in Ireland, in China, it's all no problems. I think physically speaking, it is not really a challenging, but perhaps we need actually a change of the societal perspectives and also a change of the system to accepting women in career progressions, particularly to provide a future in terms of very promising careers for female in these industries.
Very interesting. Yes, yes, you're very right. And now, do you have what do you think? How is the current level of female participation? No, and what conditions should be in place for it to increase? What do you think?
So because I worked in China and as well in Europe, it's actually a slight big difference, and possibly in Peru also quite different conditions. In China, I do see there is, especially in the full professor level, there's very few female. Perhaps it might be the same in Peru. Well, in Western countries, there has been a lot of effort being made to promote female scientists and also female leaders in this discipline, and to actually to make it visible. It is possible to become a female professor or working in the mining industry as a female. It is possible to do that. I think with having a model is really important, and having more female, more senior levels at senior levels is also very, very important. So in Europe, the ratio of my current groups, I think there's no big difference. I think female and male is almost the same. It's also for the female students, and they never feel it's actually a special thing for them to be a female in this field. I do think the societal environment plays a really, really big important role, and have systems that actually to encourage more female at senior levels to get into this industry is really, really important.
But how do you think can do that? How?
Changes happen. I do feel this conference is a really great start to invite females, especially at not very old level like me, probably not very old, to get us being seen, and actually in this kind of really big conference to let them see that it's possible to do that. And especially for me as a female Asian, I am able actually also to work as a professor in Western systems. It is possible to do that not only in your countries, but it is also possible to do that in other countries. So promoting female at public occasions in this conference is a great start. And then at university level, in industry levels, you do need to provide some kind of support to get females leaders to be seen and to promote female leaders instead of setting barriers. Say, look, this is some job only male can do. I think it's first we need to break up that kind of conventional setup. Say, look, there is a difference in gender in taking different jobs. There is no, I don't think there's any difference.
Okay. Well, going into your participation at the Geological Congress, no, what are the main changes taking place globally now that imply maybe a new approach to mineral exploration? No? What is the link between that?
Yes, economic geology it's a discipline has been existing for almost 100 years now. It's not a new discipline, but there is new knowledge being generated, especially in these quest for critical mineral resources. For instance, boron or cobalt or rare earths, how much we know about that. We know pretty well about the porphyry systems of copper or molybdenum. I think Peru is a really great example. We have done quite extensive research on this topic for many years. We have good understanding. But then for rare earths, for boron, for quite many, for majority of the critical mineral resources, we actually don't know much about the geological concept or the models actually to form those deposits. So it's a really great time for economic geologists to make a significant contributions and to sustain the supply of those mineral resources that are quite critical for the future of the development.
And also, what do you think it's going to be the main message you would like to convey during your presentation at the Congress? What is your
Yes,
not about your presentation because not go beyond, but your message? Would you like to leave us?
I would like to encourage students, the next generation, particularly females, to take up these career pathways in economic geology, in all geology, because we do need a lot of economic geologists, particularly at this time when critical mineral resources are very much needed. So that is one of the perspectives I would like to encourage for. The second is really to encourage industry academia collaborations, and myself, and including all my students, I try to involve industry partner collaboration as much as possible because it's beneficial for both parties. And it is also bridge the gap of fundamental theories and the applicable side of the earth science. So that's the two main message I want to deliver during the conference.
And is going to be your first time in Peru?
Yes, exactly. I'm very excited about it. I learned about Peru during my PhD. So my PhD was about porphyry molybdenum deposit. It's located in northeast China, but I got to know Peru is really, really rich in these kind of resources. So I have been wanting to visit Peru since I was a PhD.
Dr. Lingly. So it was a pleasure to have this conversation. Now, and I would like you to your last words to say goodbye, to say bye to our conversation. What do you expect? What is your expectation?
Yes, I really look forward to meeting everyone in Peru in this Congress, and I feel deeply honored to be invited. And I also want to contribute to the community in a way I could. So I'm very, very looking forward to that. Thank you so much.